Guys, look at my earrings. They're theater masks. Hey folks, and welcome to another episode of Ghostlight Hours, where I am on a quest to find out what we as theater makers are doing to make it work in the time of COVID-19. Today, we have a very special guest and a very fun interview. So, would you like to introduce yourself?
I'm Annalee Tull, and I'm an assistant professor of theater and dance at Emory and Henry College. My role in this play festival is a choreographer of a 10-minute dance piece. Specifically, my piece is called Re-Collection. So this piece kind of covers what my family and I did during quarantine, which a lot of it was staying in our own homes and cleaning out and going through things and feeling that isolation, but then also having that time to look through various memories that we had of each other or various events in our lives. And this piece kind of runs down some of those.
Now, your piece is, of course, a dance piece, so it's a little different from some of the other virtual productions. How have you dealt with these special circumstances and challenges that come with that?
I would say social distancing was difficult, mainly because I wanted to include partner work or lifts or something, and I couldn't do any of that. We couldn't touch each other, and that was very difficult for me, especially when I was choreographing a piece that I was doing about a wedding, right? So this woman starts to have these memories of her wedding, and I wanted to be able to have the couple touch and maybe waltz, but that couldn't happen. So I had to go in a completely different direction with that. And I made it more like a contra dance that we would see in our Appalachian region, so that was a way that I could get the thought across that this is a communal event, but at the same time, there was no touching involved. And wearing masks when dancing, I think, was a bit of a struggle for the cast members, because some of the dances were very movement heavy and very taxing on the body. And I think that became difficult the more that we practiced, the more that we rehearsed, and the more I drove them into it and made them do it bigger every single time. It started to affect their breathing. But I also think it maybe helped their breathing in the fact that they learned how to breathe better and deeper and kind of take the time between the pieces to really recenter and get back with yourself. I think that's important.
What are you most excited about?
So one of the things that I'm most excited about with this project is the number of opportunities that our students are getting, right? So some of my students that I thought about casting in the dance piece, but then couldn't because so many people want so many of our students in their various pieces, and we have 8 pieces that we're trying to make sure everybody gets a chance to be in. I then also got to work with those students maybe behind the camera, maybe running sound, maybe running light board. So it was really fun to get to see them doing all these different jobs, getting all these different skill sets, because I think that's gonna help them greatly when they leave us, right? You won't always be cast in every single show, but if you have these skills, you then can always have a job, right? And I think that's very important in the theater world at this stage of the pandemic, that you have a lot of skills across a variety of disciplines where you will be employable and not just only in a one-trick pony type setting. I'm also very excited about this project because I think it's very different than anything we've ever done. We haven't done a lot of camera work. So for me, getting to choreograph on camera and think about the different camera angles with Kevin Dudley, who's our designer, was very fun. And when we finally got into the tech process and Kevin showed me all the lights and everything, I was astounded at how beautiful something that I created could look with something he created, right? That collaboration was key to this piece. Seeing his vision of all these lights and color and the way that the shadows played across each other really helped to complement the movement that was being done. So I think the collaboration with Kevin was amazing, and that's something that I hope to do more of in the future, is to work with him on dance-specific pieces, not just on theater pieces as a whole, but more these specific dance pieces where we get to use lighting and movement to tell the story more than anything. So it was a great project. I hope you guys enjoy it.
Thank you so much for talking with us today, Annalee. I really appreciate it. And I think it's worth noting how COVID is not just affecting how we are presenting the art to you, the audience, but also how we're creating it. Is it good? Is it bad? I don't think it's either. I think it's just different. I hope everyone is keeping track of the Emory and Henry Theater Department Facebook page for when the dance piece will be up. I worked sound on it, and it's really good. Until next time, bye! You're getting big, Mindy. You need a haircut.